Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today I am here outside of the Chipped Hoof to talk about Ashes Town and 4 things that I honestly really hate about Ashes Town. Now, that being said, before I do get into the list, I want to point out the fact that I really love Ashes Town. It is probably my favorite custom server that's out there right now. It's just doing a lot of great things and there's just so much to do in Ashes Town. But that being said, there are a few things that absolutely frustrate me or I just absolutely despise overall. I want to also clarify that this is going to be a little bit of a series that I'm going to do. I'm going to try to go to other custom servers and do basically what I'm doing right now and talk about some of the things that I hate about those custom servers in a hopeful attempt that maybe one of them will see it and hopefully change something about that custom server so that these little nitpicky things will eventually be fixed or whatever. Hopefully that will happen, but who knows? So let's get on with the first thing on the list. And the first thing on the list is roleplays are really annoying. There's so many people in this game. Like if I go into this bar, for example, there's so many people here that are role-playing. Like these two people are role-playing together, talking, you know, having a role-play conversation. These people over here are role-playing. Everyone over here is role-playing. These people over here are role-playing. Actually, they might not be because they were talking with green text. But there's so many people in here that are like role-playing and, you know, hanging out and role-playing and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with role-playing, but pretty much whoever I go to, like this person right here, I guarantee they're role-playing with these people because I know for a fact they were earlier. These people right here are role-playing. This person is probably role-playing with them, you know, in a party or something like that, so you can't see it. You know, there's all kinds of people that I can just go up to and try to start a conversation with, but they're then going to, you know, tell me in whispers or tell me, you know, straight up like, hey, we're role-playing, can you just leave us alone? That is a very common thing that happens in Ashes Town, so it's really hard for me to, you know, go up to someone like this and be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? It's so hard to do that because they're either going to think I'm role-playing or they are already going to be in a role-play and start role-playing and all that jazz. So if you don't want to roleplay, this is not a very good custom server for you to go to because you're not really going to find anyone to just hang out with and talk with unless you bring someone with you, and that's kind of something that I really hate about Ashes Town. Now, you may have a different experience than me. Maybe you can find people that are you know, it's easy to go up to and start having a conversation with and hang out with and maybe make a friend off of or something like that. But for me, my experience has always been like, you know, trying to boop someone to get their attention, talking to them, and then it just being like, oh shit, they were role-playing with me this entire time while I was actually being serious and actually trying to have an actual conversation. So that's one thing that I really hate about Ashes Town. It seems like that happens way more often here than it does in like Ponytown or really any of the other custom servers. So that's the first thing that I really hate about Ashes Town. So let's move on to the second thing on this list. And the second thing on this list is a list. That's right, the second thing on the list is a list, and it is the friend list. The friend list is actually really hard to read. The reason why it's so hard to read is because if they're online, their name is bright green. But if they're offline, like these people here, it is slightly less green. It's slightly less dull green, which is really annoying because every single time I go onto a custom server, every time I go onto Ponytown, whenever I go onto any of these games, one of the first things I do is I click my friends list to see who is online. And every single time I do that in Ashes Town, I click it and I'm like, oh shit, Cheap Trick is online. Oh shoot, Box is online too, and so is Captain Crunch and Damien and whoever else. Oh my god, even Luke is online. And then it's like, oh wait, no one's online. They're all offline. I look at it and I expect it to be similar to Ponytown where you can look at it and it's just bright highlighted, like, hey, these people are online and then these people are offline because they're dull out and stuff like that. They're darked out or whatever you want to say. This just doesn't happen over here in Ashes Town. It's just, it may just be me as well. I don't know, but every time I look at it, I'm like, they tricked me again. I thought these people were online. And then I finally realized that, hey, it says offline next to them. And maybe that's my own fault for not, you know, reading too far into it and just assuming that because it's bright green, it's gonna be fine, they're online. So, I don't know. But it's something that I personally really hate about Ashes Town. And I really wish they would fix this. I think they could make it to where it's like, just gray, or just change the color, or make it even darker or something like that. Make it even more clear that they're offline because, yeah, that gets me every single time. This next thing on the list, I'm gonna be honest with you, is a little bit of a nitpick, but it has to do with the docks in Ash's Town. You see, I am going up to the docks, and because of that, it is going to take me way longer to get onto the party boat. Like, I can't even get on it from this side, which I feel like we should be able to. But of course, that makes sense because I don't think you can do that in Ponytown either. But I can't climb up onto this dock or anything like that. I literally have to go all the way up here and then all the way down to get onto my party island. I find this to be a very annoying thing, and it's just as bad over here on the actual default party island. I don't know if we're ever going to get island customization in Ash's Town, but if we do, that'll be good because then this little issue won't really matter on this side of things. But if I'm down here hanging out with people down here on my party island, I have to either go all the way over this water like this, or all the way up that bridge and then over and then down to the docks onto the boat. It just seems like a lot of extra walking, and I know we have running and everything like that, but this just, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just a little bit annoying. It's just a little bit too annoying. So I thought I'd add it to this list since I only have 4 things anyway that I really hate about Ash's Town. So speaking of the 4 things that I hate about Ash's Town, let's talk about the last thing that I hate about Ash's Town. We're already almost done with this video. That's how good Ash's Town is. There's not very many things that I dislike. So if we go over here to the top of the map where spawn is over in Ponytown, oh, I teleported a little bit. That's another thing I kind of hate and that's my own issue, but I hate that I teleport a lot because of the running. But anyway, something I really hate is this NPC right here. Let's say I want to go up to him and I click him right here. Look how close I am, but I can't interact with him. I'm out of range of this NPC, but look how close he is to me. Look how close he is to me. I'll zoom in. Look how close he is to me. He's so close to me, but I still can't interact with him. I can't interact with him. He's out of range somehow, even though I'm like right up against his box, basically. And here I am, even just a tiny bit closer. It's like such a stupid cutoff. Like I basically have to be touching this box to be able to talk to him. But it's not just a matter of having to, touch the box. You also have to be facing him. So if I'm, in that exact spot, but facing this way, I can no longer interact with him. But if I face him this way, I can. I'm so close to him in all of these scenarios, but I can't interact with him, and it's so annoying. This is something that has bothered the crap out of me ever since they added this little NPC, Copper Caps. Fuck you, Copper Caps. I don't like you because you don't want my money and you don't want to trade with me. This is actually even worse if someone's standing there. So like, for example, if I stand right here, and this person right here is going to have a little bit of a trouble, a little bit of a harder time interacting with him, because if they want to click him, they have to click twice, or they'll have to come up here and press E on their keyboard, or they'll have to do some other extra step, and that's just a little bit annoying as well. That's why I think they should give it bigger range. I should be able to interact with him from all the way over here. Oh, well, I actually can, but if I'm down just a little bit more, I can't. Actually, that's a little bit inconsistent, it seems like. But if I'm all the way down here, I should still be able to interact with him because I'm very close. And if we actually go to the bar, you'll be able to see that, like, hey, it's not just a matter of like, oh, the NPCs are like, all of them are broken. If I actually go to the bar, I have much bigger range for this. Oh shit, I teleported again. I have much bigger range for this NPC in here than I do the NPC that actually you would want to actually trade with and stuff like that. Look at this. I can't interact with him because he walked away from me, but I can interact with him from way down here. Look how far away I am, and I can still interact with him. I'm not even on the well, I am on the stools now, but I can be like, how far is this? I can be, as long as I'm touching the stool to any degree and I'm like obviously reasonably close to him, then I can interact with him. So it's like, why can't I interact with the other NPC at these ranges? It's so stupid, and I hate it, and I wish they would change it because it's just the most annoying part of Ash's Town, even though I don't even trade that much. But maybe they'll add stuff in the future that would make me want to trade with this Copper Caps NPC. Maybe they'll add stuff in the future. Maybe they'll add some kind of weapon or something like that you can only buy at the shop, or maybe they'll add some other thing. I don't know. But this is something that is like just really annoying. I just feel like you should be able to interact from much further away. And that is the last thing I have about things that I hate about Ashes Town. I'm honestly really passionate about the Copper Caps NPC one on this list, which is what I just learned about myself. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the video. Like I said, I want to turn this into like a little bit of a series. I'm going to try to go to some of the other custom servers such as Mystical Meadows and Luminous Kingdom and talk about things that I hate about those or things that I love about those. Maybe I'll make a sequel to this video right here and talk about, you know, X amount of things that I love about Ashes Town, because there's a lot of things that I love about Ashes Town. And I think the fact that my list of things that I hate about Ashes Town is literally just 4 things says a lot about how good Ashes Town is. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share, do all those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things. And until next time, stay wonderful. I'm going to go get drunk at the bar now.